It's your girl Janay, and I'm here coming to you now with another video. And this video is just gonna be a get ready with. I can't even talk. What the piss? Okay, so let's start that over. Hey, what's up? It's your girl Janay, and I'm here coming to you now with another video. And this video is just gonna be a get ready with me / drugstore edition. So this is just like my everyday makeup routine, and I'm just going to be showing you my list of products or products that I'm kind of trying out for the eyeshadows. But let's just get into this video. I am not really a primer person anymore, but I used to be. So the primers that I did used to use when I did use drugstore would be, if you're an oily person, it would be the Stay Matte. Okay, it would be the Stay Matte Rimmel London mattifying primer. And if you're a semi-dry oily combination, it would be the Angelville by NYX. Now, if you're dry, girl, put on some lotion, put on some face lotion, and just keep moving on with your day, because you don't need no primer. You just need to hydrate your skin with skincare, and then you just need some setting spray and go on about your day. Don't even worry about no primer if you're dry, okay? So the first thing I like to start off doing is my eyebrows. So these are all drugstore brushes as well. So I have a spoolie and this at the tip. So first I am just going to brush out, brush out my eyebrows. And for skincare, I just cleansed, I moisturized, and just make sure you put on SPF. And that's literally all I did, because I'm not really finna use a primer today. That's not something I use now. So I just comb out my brows, and that's what I'm going to do. So a brow liner that I love using, this is the LA Girl Ultimate, what is it called? Ultimate Eye Intense Auto Liner. And I think this is in the deepest brown. I love this. I love using this. And I'm just going to paint out the shape, follow the shape of my eyebrow right here. And I'm going to focus right on this arch part right here. Not so much in the front, because it's going to make it look boxy. And it's going to seem like somebody went over your eye with a marker. Y'all, I don't got in my contacts, so if it's not perfectly straight, blame my vision. After that, I'm going to take my spoolie again, and I'm just going to kind of brush that product just to make it more natural and not to make it so, noticeable that your girl trying to do her eyebrows. Today, if you're more of a pomade person, I love the Maybelline Eye Studio. What is this called? Maybelline Eye Studio, and I believe these are like pomades. So the ones that I use is charcoal and the espresso. Bruh, espresso is so good. I don't know where that went, but if it dries, I just spray a little bit into it just to soak it up. Just gonna, blend that all together. So I need to get a refill on this, but what I usually use to carve out my eyebrow shape, I use a concealer that matches my skin color. So I like to use the Milani Conceal in Perfect Longwear Concealer, because not only is this a blendable concealer, but it has enough coverage that it's blendable and has coverage, so it'll, shape out your eyebrows, but it won't be that noticeable. And this is in 175 Warm Chestnut. So I'm just going to take this. I need to get some more, but, Walmart them, they don't never like to have our shades and don't never like to restock. But I'm just going to try to go as up and close to that arch as I can. Take a flat, stiff shader brush and clean it up. possible. Then I go on the top here and I try to make my arch sharp. I need to get some more of this concealer because I think it's starting to oxidize more. So with my brows, to make sure it's not too noticeable, I'm going to take some Wet n Wild Rose Primer. If I'm ever spraying something on my face, is this or Morphe, but since this is drugstore, I'm going to just use this, and this is Wet n Wild. So I'm either going to spray my eyebrow or spray this, and I'm going to just pat around and like blend that into my skin. So we're back. I hope my eyebrows look okay. Sometimes they look okay and sometimes they look good. Sometimes they look perfect and then sometimes they look a hot mess. But hopefully it's alright today because I no longer get my eyebrows arched because that heifer tried me last time and I said, you know what, I'll do it myself. So I'm trying to see if I want to go into foundation or my eyes because it really depends on the day that I'm having whether I do eyes first or foundation because I be running late all the time. So I think I'm gonna go with foundation, and the foundation that I am using today is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation, and this is just how it looks, and this is in Cocoa. Now, I love this foundation, but y'all know e.l.f. They're affordable, but they still got to work on their colors. This color is a good winter shade for me, but it's a little light. But I just love this foundation. It's so blendable. It's so good. So I'm just going to focus this in the middle of my face. And if your hands are clean, girl, I just go on my finger. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I clean my hands, even though I just touched all my brushes and stuff, but I disinfected it though. And then I stay spraying my face all throughout my makeup routine. This is how you get a flawless finish. Spray your goddamn face. I have like kind of dry skin, so I have to keep my face moisturized. Like it's dry today. Sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's oily. So it's the Sahara today. So I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk sponge, wet that thing up with my spray. This spray is cheap, so wet it up. And I'm going to blend all around. I actually might take a little bit of a brush. This brush I got from Rainbow. It's not drugstore, but Rainbow is like drugstore for clothes. Not talking about people who shop at Rainbow, but I shop there. So I'm just going to take some more from the back of my hand, put some more just to give me a flawless finish and just to get all that foundation from under my thing. Y'all, that look good though. Hold on now. Hold on now. So the next thing I'm going to do is contour and conceal. I love this concealer, and I also like the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo concealer as well. If I want a natural look, I go for this one in Deep Cinnamon. But if I want a more neutral tone look, I'll go for this one in Rich Chocolate. Okay, let me go with the neutral one. It's running out, but I haven't used it in a while because that one is kind of separating or something. So I'm going to just take this underneath my eye. Oof. This color is so perfect for my skin tone. I like a concealer that's kind of like this. And I'm going to bring this up too. I love a concealer that's like this. Highlight my forehead a little bit. Take this under here since I have a dark spot. And maybe on my mustache too, y'all. Then I'm going to take the e.l.f. Hydrating Satin Camo Concealer. And this is in Rich Ebony. Now, I have to be careful with this type of contour because it's deep. Very deep. And I would like it if it was like a little bit warmer in the shade up. But, you know, e.l.f., they got to work on some things. I'm not going to take it over here since I have this big old synthetic braid. But I'm going to just lightly tap this because this could go wrong real quick. Right now, I love blending out my contour with the Eco Tools brush. I love this brush. It's such a dense, nice brush. Let me spray that. Let me spray my face, keeping it all hydrated all together. And I'm going to blend out my contour first. Just because that I know is going to be most likely the harshest, I am going to blend it out. But the thing about this contour is that it blends out beautifully. It blends out so beautifully. Even though it might be a little deep, it blends out really nicely, and I can really like appreciate that. This blending brush that I have been using is one of my favorite blending brushes ever, and it's from e.l.f. I wet it up. It's the perfect concealer blending brush. So I'm just going to take that under, and I'm going to take that all the way underneath my eye just like this, and bring it over my eyelid too, because I have like dark circles, because sometimes I don't be taking off my makeup and your girl be stressed, so your girl got dark circles. So I'm just going to blend out my concealer everywhere, blend it in with the contour, and it's just gonna all start coming together. Y'all, look at this. Look at it. Like, what? So the setting powder that I'm going to use for drugstore will be the Maybelline Fitme Loose Finishing Powder. And this is in Deep 35. And one of my favorite, all-time favorite contouring, if you're starting out, please get this. This is a True Complexion contour palette by Black Radiance, and this is in dark to deep. Bruh, like, look at this shade, and if you want a deep contour, this shade, beautiful. Such a beautiful finish. Alright, so if you're still feeling like your face looks too chiseled, not all together, usually I'll go in with my Fenty powder foundation. But if I don't have that, then I am going to go in with my Rimmel London Stay Matte powder. Is in Pecan 31. And I take my e.l.f. Precision brush, such a good powder overall brush. I take that, I dip it in just like this, wipe off some of that excess into the air, and then I lightly dust that on my face. And this just brings everything together. I think I got this from Andrea Renee. I love most of the stuff that she does. And we're just going to go in with that. And we're going to go in with blush. One of my favorite products, makeup products, is blush. Like, black people, we blush, but you can't see it. But when we put on this fake blush, bruh, y'all can't tell me nothing. All-time favorite blush is from e.l.f. right here. And it's called Brick Red. So good. So I'm just going to go in with this, with the nice powder brush. All my brushes from Rainbow, either Rainbow or Walmart. I still smile with my blush. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what TikTok say. I still smile with my blush. I love taking my blush up to lift up my face. Mostly since this is an orange blush, it almost acts like a bronzer. So I'm going to just take just a tad bit of my blush and pass it on my forehead to make it look more bronzier. Now, if you got a pink blush, don't be doing all this. Do not put no pink blush on your up here. Don't do it. Okay, so I like blush. I don't care what nobody say. I pack it on. So now that we're done with the base, it's a little dry. So what I'm going to do is take some of my e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Finish Powder. And I am going to go over my face right now because it's, hold on, this, come on, e.l.f. Take my Wet n Wild. Hold on. My sister texted me about our wax. Gotta get ready for Valentine's Day, y'all. So we're gonna go into eyes, and my favorite drugstore palette, Milani though. Like Milani? My girl Milani. Her eyeshadow palettes, her new palettes, these used to hit. They used to hit. Look at this. When I said I used to use this palette all the time, it might not look like it, but I used to use these transition colors. This is the most loved mattes. This is a perfect nude eyeshadow palette. I also came across this Milani palette in Marshall. Marshall's has a lot of good drugstore palettes as well. This is called Bold Obsessions. Look at that color story. The color story, it just makes sense. I love it. So a new product that I picked out was these Wet n Wild Color Icon palettes. This is a 10 palette color icon. And I think this was only like kind of $4.97. And I just love the color story within it. So I thought I would try it out. I like using a primer for my eyes. One of my favorite primers is the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. This is a really good primer. But the only thing is it dries out. So I'll just take some of my, just a little bit. Take a little bit, take a brush and paint that on your eye. So this primer is the, I don't know what color it is, but it's the brown one. And I like using that because it matches my eye color. And it makes the shadows blend much better. I always suggest a primer. Even though I put concealer on, I always suggest getting an eye primer. I feel like it does make a difference. It does to me. Alright, so first I'm going to transition. Use my transition color. I'm going to go in with like a deeper brownish color. And this is a Wet n Wild brush, by the way. And I'm just going to go... Ooh, that's a lot of kickback, but I don't mind it. It just can get messy. So I'm just going to take the outer corner and kind of make a V shape and then blend it out. I'm going to go for something kind of simple, pretty, elegant, classy. So I'm going to take that, and then what I do is I blend it. Oh, this is a pretty color. And then I blend it towards up here. So let me do it on the other side, because I don't understand how people can do one eye and not the other. Like, how do y'all remember them steps? Like, I gotta do it at the same time, because if them eyes don't turn out the same at the end, I'm gonna be pissed, because they already kind of don't, you know. So since this is such a good deep color, I'm also gonna take this underneath my eye too. And you just look up, dust it underneath your eye to already see. The only thing with this kickback is it falls underneath. So if you see any eyeshadow falling underneath, I just dust it away. Alright, so I'm going to take a fluffier brush right here. And I'm probably going to go into my Milani and take this orange transition, just to not make the edges too harsh. First, I'm going to take this color right here. You want to get like a flat shader brush. Pat that thing on. Pat, 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 pat. Look at that color payoff, y'all. Like, what? What? Go though. Okay, so I'm just doing that. And I'm going to really get into my crease right there. Okay, go back into that red shade and blend it all together. Make sure you don't lose that red shade. But make sure you don't lose the gold either. Okay, so let's get into an eyeliner. An eyeliner that I loved so much. It's the Lash Extension Liquid Gel Eyeliner by Equate. And I use this for so long. Let me shake it up because I use it for so long. Really close to my lash line. I like to start in the middle. Right here. Start in the middle. Then I go into the corner. So slightly. This one you could do a little wing. I'm not the best with wings, but I take it from this outside edge, bring it up, and then take it there. And that's how I like to do it. Let me do it on the other side too. Okay, so we got our wings together. So I love also using that same LA Girl pencil liner that I use up here, or liner. And I like to use it underneath my eye just to smoke it out a little bit because I love that smoky look. So some of that e.l.f. and put it right here. I like to put that dark shade. I like to concentrate it also right here because I feel like it brings it out, that cut crease or makeshift cut crease even more. So you'll see what I'm talking about right here. I know it might look a little weird there, but trust me. I'm going to take my sponge and kind of make sure there's no thing down there. And pour some mascara. And the mascara that I love, I know people don't like this mascara, but I do. I like that it clumps. It's the Voluminous Lash Paradise. And this is by, isn't it L'Oreal? This is by L'Oreal. Very popular mascara. I love this mascara. Sorry y'all, I can't see. If y'all want like a video on my glasses, I got different glasses. We could do that. So I don't really do lips anymore ever since this whole COVID thing, because I wear masks for the day. With my job, I work in customer service, so you gotta wear a mask around them heifers. Okay, so if this was a typical day for Janay, I just line my lips with a darker, any drugstore dark deep brown shade, and I lined it around. I used to love doing this lip all the time. I just love like a very vampy look, matte look, because I feel like it's wearable. I feel like it stays on all day. It's professional, and I just love it. Like, I love Milani's. Milani's matte lip creams, matte lipsticks, anything Milani I love. So I'm gonna take this Milani lip cream. It's in 38 Stunning, and this is just how it looks. So if it's very vampy on the outside, I like to take a light pink shade, light pink nuded shade. I'm gonna put that right here. Okay, and this is just how my lips are looking. This used to be my everyday look before the pandemic, and if we weren't wearing masks, I would wear this. But if you're just wearing a mask, don't do this look. But if you're like going out and you're able to take off your mask in a setting with just people, this lip stays on all night. When you drink, it does not transfer. And then it also makes your teeth look white like you brushed your teeth today, which I hope y'all did. Alright, so I'm just going to go back in with some of that powder because it seems that like the eyeshadow dripped down. And I'm going to just go back and lightly dust it. This is the e.l.f. brush too. I love the e.l.f. blush brush to dust my powder because it's not harsh or anything. And I just love doing it. If you know you just want a basic look like this, then you're done. But if you're Janay then you're not done. We need to add a lash. I know lashes have a learning curve and they're hard to master. And I have not mastered lashes, but I'm going to show you a trick to how you can make your lash look natural, like you don't have on lashes, and it's an easier application. So I have my glasses on because I want to make sure that y'all see this. This is just a basic lash, but you can just get any cheap lash from Walmart. What I'm going to do, okay y'all, don't judge me. Y'all could use whatever lash glue y'all want, but I still use hair store glue. If it makes you blind, if it impairs your vision, okay, I'll take it. Like, I've been using this for years, and I tried to use Duo. I tried Duo out, and I thought Duo was good, but then later down the line, it just didn't used to stick as I would like it to. Ooh, don't mind my nails. I'm finna get them. I'm finna get my press-ons for my birthday. Yes, press-ons. I'm going to take my lash right here, and I'm going to cut half. Okay. This is why you need to work out, y'all. I don't, but you need to. This how much lash you're gonna be left with. This all you need. This all you need. I'm gonna cut the other one and come back. Okay, so we're back. So we have our lashes like this. We have our lashes like this. This is how long it is. And this is all you're gonna do. If you want to use tweezers, you can. I don't have any, so we're just gonna use our fingers. Take your lash glue. You don't need a lot of glue. Squeeze it. Put some glue on it. Glue you need, not a lot, because if you put a lot on, it's gonna be harder to take off because there's gonna be so much lash glue on there. Make sure you have a mirror right in front of you. You're gonna put it right in the middle towards the edge of your lash, and then you're just gonna put it on, and then just, you can adjust it, but it's easy as 1, 2, 3. You can already notice the difference, how it lifts up your lash, and it makes the look more like a cat eye look, but it just makes it better. And it's such an easy application, so easy to do. Okay, so these are how these half lashes look. I used to do this all through college. Just cut off that lash. If it's a cheaper lash and you don't mind cutting it, don't be cutting off no $20 lash now. You're going to have to learn how to put that lash on. But it just makes the look so pretty. It opens up your eyes. So I'm just going to put some more of that blush on. And y'all, like, we done. Like, we done made it. Like, we are done. This is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was detailed enough to where you can follow it. I'm going to have as much of the products as I can linked down below with, like, hopefully the prices. I might put the prices somewhere in the video if I remember to. But this is the final look. I feel like that lash, that's a game changer. Like, it really, like, cutting off that lash, putting it on, it really is a game changer, and it just makes your makeup go from a level 3 to a level 10. Well, no, not no level 3. From a level 9 to a level 10. Like, it really makes a difference, and it really makes it like you put so much effort in putting on the lash, or makes it look like your natural lash, and it's a game changer, y'all. But this is my video. This is the finished look, the get ready with me with drugstore products. I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want to do. Bye.